But like I was saying, man, yeah, it's like some crazy stuff I heard. I was watching the Cowboys game on Thanksgiving, and did you know that Dak Prescott is actually named after his real name is Daiquiri Prescott, and he's like part of Daiquiri, like the New Orleans Daiquiris.
Mm-hmm.
That's named
family.
after. That's his family. The Daiquiris themselves are named after Dak Prescott. So, there you have it. He's from money, I guess you would say. I guess one would say. So today they have their My NFL cleats, my cause, my cleats, and on his cleats he had an electric lemonade and a purple paralyzer. I think he had both of those daiquiris. About your phone cutting, and then you're gonna be like, it's gonna have big gaps in between. So get your shit straight. Get your shit together.
I got it. It's been working for about a good minute now.
Lies people tell. Whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. This is your man Aldo Nice.
It's your boy Rod Smuve. I like the way you came in. It was kind of like real fast, almost as if you knew what you was doing.
I mean, from time to time, I have a tendency to surprise. Some would say. Some would say I surprise with how on point I am from on occasion.
Is that why you just sharpened your pencil?
Yeah, I did just correct. Before y'all do anything else, before this podcast even gets rolling this week, go to Apple Podcasts like right now. Give us the 5-star rating.
If you're not already listening on Apple Podcasts.
You majority of the people who are listening on Apple Podcasts. Press pause. Give us 5 stars. Give us some feedback. It's crazy because so many people say, yeah, I went and did it, and it's tripping. I don't know if it's really tripping in real life, but it's showing like we don't have a lot of reviews. But I've literally seen at least 10 to 15 people write reviews, and it's only showing like 6. So we need to fight back, America. We need to get out here and support the Best Friend Weekend Podcast in its entirety. We need all of the 5 stars. And copy Best Friend Weekend merch. Like, Best Friend Weekend merch is necessary around this time of year. Merch just being hats at this point, but get your dad hats, please. It's necessary. Raj, we was home for the holidays, man. It was good seeing you, homie.
It was good seeing you too.
I mean, I brought all of my studio equipment, and I assumed we were going to record a podcast on location. But I did get some feedback from some people who said, hey, I didn't like the Homecoming podcast because the sound quality was weird. So that was one that we were trying to do on location with a bunch of people. And, the sound quality was a little different than what people are accustomed to. So we chose not to record, obviously, when we were home for Thanksgiving. But I left my headphones at home, left all of my recording equipment. And it's been a travesty of a mockery of a sham for the last week or so, but we back at it, so that's a good thing, man. Did you enjoy your trip home?
Of course I enjoyed my trip home. Nothing dramatic happened. It was just a Thanksgiving trip home, full of food, full of smiles and hugs. You know how Thanksgiving goes.
I have a good idea. When I left my stuff at home, I left my headphones, and my mom found them, and I was like, hey, send them to me. I need my headphones back in Houston. So when she sent my headphones, she put it in like the mail, like USPS, in like a bag. Like not a box, a bag. I was a little taken aback by that because I feel like that was very dangerous on her behalf. I feel like they could have been broken into a billion pieces. That was my thought. I don't.
Yeah, that's not cool. Mom's got to do better than that.
She said she thought about it, but she was like, I got insurance. I got $50 of insurance on it. I was like,
that's your mom bold-faced, like half-truth you. I'm not gonna call your mom a liar, but she half-truth you because $50 insurance is free.
That's what she said. She didn't say it like she bought it. She was like, the dude had asked her to put like more money to get more insurance, and she was just like, nah, I'm doing him a favor and sending it. So whatever.
That's funny.
It is what it is, man.
I left my Apple Watch at home, and it's probably going to be overnighted back to me in a bubble wrap and a big box with newspaper and peanuts.
Yeah, nah, my mama not. She not with that. We with that frugal. You get it back to you the way it look. You're lucky it's getting back to you, like that type of thing. Yeah. This podcast is brought to you by mothers all over the place during the holiday season, man. Like I said, anyway, it's good times, good fun, good people. There, while we were there, we actually had an opportunity to do a male baby shower, and that was interesting. What'd you think about it, Raj?
It was very interesting. It was actually the first baby shower that I've ever actively been a part of.
Oh no! I was just waiting for you to continue to talk because
No,
I talk.
No, I mean I want to know. I mean, I guess my question.
I mean, I just want to know what the podcast sounded like if I didn't talk. Go ahead.
No.
For a second.
Other than it being interesting for me because it was my first time. It was awesome because for some reason we figured out that Tim was actually the glue that brought all the Team Nice together. So it was nice to see everybody. It was unexpected. People came from all over the country to attend, I feel like. And I would do it all over again. I never played male baby shower games before, and they were completely arbitrary on the spot, and it was the funnest thing that I've done all year.
I mean, some of it was probably because it was male baby shower. How much of it really was because all of our best friends were there? Like, the whole crew was there in one place at one time. That doesn't happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't laugh the same way with other people, the same way that you laugh with your friends. So, definitely there was some camaraderie involved, but it was still fun nonetheless. I'm not shortchanging it at all. It was fun because it was fun to me. And of course it had to do with the fact that we had our friends there.
Well, you said you've never been to a baby shower, male, female, or the other. I mean, I haven't been to a female baby shower, but I've went to some bachelor parties. And in the past, when I went to some bachelor parties, I got advice from girls about like the games they play at bachelorette parties, so that so we could devise games for the bachelor party. So before I went to this baby shower, I asked the same question of young ladies. I was like, "What games do you play at like baby showers? Like, what do you do?" I went to one at work before for like a coworker, so it was like watered down. It's a work baby shower. And they did something like that. You had to like maybe guess the circumference of her like belly, and then at the end like they measured it with some measuring tape and was like, oh, this person was the closest to how big her belly is. Oh shit, turn up. They were like some bobby pins or like some clothespins that people had on you, and you had to like not do certain things, or they would take your pins. I don't remember what it was, but they do things like that. That's what they do at female baby showers. I actually asked my sister, and she said that some other things they do is they can't cross their legs. I don't know why. Why do you think they can't cross their legs at a female baby?
So if they cross their legs, they got to take a shot?
I'm assuming, but why can't they cross their legs?
Was that a question?
Yeah, I mean, it was a question. I'm asking you, why can't they cross their legs? Why do you think that's a thing?
I don't know.
Well, that's a good answer.
I have no idea.
Intelligent answer. So another thing they do is they pull out diapers, and they have a smell game with diapers where they put like caramel and chocolate and different things, syrup and diapers.
So
and
very doo-doo like substances.
Doo-doo like substances, and they let you smell it and try to guess what's inside of diapers. I thought it'd be really good if you did put shit in one of them, and then was like,
who's shit?
Like just shit, like shit, and it was like, oh shit, this one is shit for real. Like, no, this one's dope.
Here's an anatomy question for you: where does baby shit go?
What do you mean? Where does it go?
Like fetal shit.
Oh, as they're like in the womb and stuff.
Mm-hmm. This is just mixed in with the mother.
I don't even know I don't know if they shit, but that was kind of a little different. This is a little bit different of a question, but
poo questions are always weird.
Yeah, they are. How about male baby showers though? We had our male baby shower, so we kind of thought about games that we could play, and like you said, the games ended up being kind of spontaneous. My favorite game that we played was When You Meet the Daddy. Did you like When You Meet the Daddy?
I like that really wasn't the name of the game though.
I mean, it's the name of the game now.
No, the name of the game was When You Meet the Daddy, cause you ain't met the daddy yet.
that makes it a true statement. Yes. So this game is to be always. You have to act as though. In some cases, it's the truth. Some cases, it's not. But you have to act as though you've never met the daddy before. And then you have to be prepared for how you will respond to the daddy. So I think we should. I mean, it was spontaneous then. It can be spontaneous now. Who wants to be the baby daddy, and who wants to be the daddy of the baby mama?
Either way, it's interesting. So I don't.
Okay, I think we can go either way. I wanna be the one who's about to have a baby. So you get to be the daddy right now. How you doing, sir? My name is Aldo.
Wait, hold on. Don't walk in my house. I'm gonna introduce myself to you first. I don't know what's wrong with these young boys.
I'm sorry, sir.
Now, what you said your name was, sir?
My name is Aldo.
So your name is Aldo.
Yes, sir.
Your first name is Al and your last name is Doe.
No, sir. That was funny, but no. It's
oh, so you're a little smart. Okay, I see where you're going with it. Now, how you and my daughter met?
Oh well, we worked together. We worked together for a while, and we kicked it off.
Kicked it off, right? I see that. Yeah, look like a good, nice long field goal you scored there, huh?
Well, I used to be a kicker, sir.
Okay, is that right? Well, I hear kicking ain't easy. So so now, since you done already killed my daughter, explain to me now what you gonna do next?
Well, sir, we both grown ups, so we're gonna figure it out. We're young and we're gonna figure it out.
Oh, we're gonna figure it out, huh? Okay, so but now when you say figure it out, does that mean that you're gonna marry my daughter?
I mean,
or that mean you're gonna?
That's a possibility, but
okay, all right, brother. Because I didn't think I was that was the most important question I had for you. Now let's move on. Now what you were saying?
I was just saying it's a possibility, but I can't make no promises in that regard.
Is that right?
Yeah, I thought we was on the same page just then about
I mean, we was kind of on the same page. I like the possibility, but I don't know if I like the rest of it.
Well, sir, it's a pleasure to meet. It's a pleasure to meet you. I gotta get back over here, around my people. So
okay, all right. Well, I tell you what, take care. Come back.
come back now here.
My brother-in-law's supposed to be here next weekend. Why don't you come back then? That's when they're supposed to let him out.
I want to be the daddy, man. I want to be the daddy. Can I be the daddy for a second?
Of course you can.
Let me be the daddy, man. How you doing? How you doing there, son?
I'm doing fine, sir.
What's your name? What's your name again?
Because
we've never met to this point.
Well, my name is Raj.
Your name's Raj, huh?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Did you not think it was okay? You should have called me at some point over the last, up until this baby shower.
I didn't have your phone number, sir.
Do you have my daughter's number?
I mean, I have your daughter's number, yeah.
You better have my daughter's number. You got my daughter's number,
I have
though.
Her number. That's great. Of course, I have your daughter's number.
Okay. But so you neither one of you or her thought it would be a good idea to give me a call.
Well, sir, I can't answer for her. But like I said, I don't have your number, so I need, you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's get off the number. I'm here now.
A little bit.
Excuse me, son.
I said if we can just hang the phone up a little bit or something.
Hang the phone up, huh? That's what you on, huh? That's what.
That was somebody on my Bluetooth earpiece. All right, now what you were saying, sir?
we clearly not on the same page right now. So I thought we was meeting in person, but right now you got me like we meeting on a headphone. See your whole meeting.
No.
Dynamic.
I'm in the front of you, sir. I had somebody that called in. I had to tell him I'll call him back, but I'm listening to you.
So your intentions with my daughter are what?
Well, if you know what I'm saying, sir. I don't know if you want me to be honest with you or if you just want me to give you the politically correct.
Well, we putting all our cards on the table. It's pretty late to try to beat around the bush at this point, young man.
All right. Well, so after I had already done beat around the bush, I figured, I will kind of just wait and see. The damage is already done. Um, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's next.
Why you
But,
thought you could? Why you thought you could just be raw dogging my daughter?
Well, she asked me to raw dog her one, and she also asked me. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go. She asked me for that too, so I figured we were straight.
So you fit that was straight. She asked for it.
But we got a little blessing coming, so a little miracle.
You didn't think you could have pulled out?
Well, like I said, sir, that's what that was what was requested of me. So I figure, I'll follow suit.
You never heard of a Plan B, son? A morning after?
Well, sir, like I said, is when she was.
So you saying it's my daughter's fault? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, that's what it is, because it's not Plan A already had happened, and then Plan B is supposed to be on her. You know what I'm saying?
The views expressed by Aldo Nice and Smuve do not necessarily represent the views of Best Friend Weekend, or all of the characters in this story were made up. We completely
made up. Not based on real events.
Not based on true stories in the least bit. So some other good games we played were but what are some other good games? I know they had a couple of good pregnancy scare stories, but we weren't going around in like a little round table talking about pregnancy scares. But
it was only the ones that actually had pregnancy scares. Not all of us. Yeah. Well, not all of us had pregnancy scares.
But it wasn't like we was all sitting there like, okay, your turn, pregnancy scares. It was like it was a fluid conversation going amongst people, and I heard that conversation happen a few times.
Yeah, absolutely. There was also just, let's eat all the food. We ate, I think all the men ate every single piece of food, and then the women was like feed the food to the hogs, the leftovers. That was a fun game.
I think a game that we should have played, is any guy who had a baby that already had a child that was with us. We should have played Raw Dog or Rubber Bus, and I think that would be a good bachelor party game where you'd be like, all right, bam, I had a baby, and then you got to guess if it was Raw Dog or Rubber Bus, and everybody had to guess, and then he told the answer, and whatever the answer, whoever was wrong, got to take a shot. Male baby shower game. Do you think that one could be official?
Okay, absolutely. If you got a room of scumbags, but we absolutely. But for the most part, this wasn't a room or garage of or carport of scumbags. It was all pretty stand up gentlemen. Everyone got either married or has a girlfriend or something like that. And even the single guys. We don't, myself included, don't really have children. So I'd like to think that most of them was planned. You know what I'm saying? Not planned per se, but not Rubber Bus.
Not Rubber Bus? I would think Rubber Bus. I would think Rubber Bus would be a hard like, I would say Raw Dog should be the answer for everybody in that scenario. But
if you get a team of scumbags in there,
you might have some Rubber Bus.
Absolutely.
I think that would be more scumbag women if you got a Rubber Bus. If Rubber Bus is the answer, then that's usually kind of she's got something. Because y'all wearing a condom, so y'all both kind of don't want that eventuality because you're using a condom. And then if you do happen to Rubber Bus and she gets pregnant, yeah. There's, you just said, there's like some Plan B. It's a bunch of other stuff that could happen there.
You know what I like? That is a insult. So I like douchebag, scumbag, piece of shit, right? Yeah. You'd be like, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah. You fucking douchebag. You fucking scumbag. You fucking rubber bus.
Rubber bus. You fucking.
That's a terrible insult. Like that would make somebody feel bad.
They used to call people slip of the rubbers. I heard that before. Accidental non-pullout. So, but those are two different things, right? An accidental non-pullout is like a raw dog, and a slip of the rubber is a rubber bus. And you don't really want to be a rubber bus, cuz. Yeah, you're right. That is insulting.
Whoa, welcome to the Sex Education Podcast.
I'm MC Rubber Bus.
MC Rubber Bus. And I'm DJ Never Pull Out.
Never Pull Out. Some other standard games is you could always give shots for you could always do shots for saying particular words and talk about common kills. Those things happen all the time. But in the spirit of best friend weekend and where we usually are and what we usually do, current events and stuff of that nature, we back at it. We've been talking about #MeToo for some weeks, and it's finally really come. The chickens have come to roost to the black community today. Today, Russell Simmons was the latest #MeTooer. He stepped down from his companies today.
Is that what we calling them now? A Me Tour?
I mean,
that's a good name for it. Yeah, we could actually make that stick.
Me Tour. Yeah.
The Me Tours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people they're not really. I mean, after it was Matt Lauer earlier this week, they thought it was like, oh shit, Matt Lauer, wow, he's kind of upstanding. And now they're going back through all his interviews. Look, he was flirting right. Like, it's funny because it's like all of the shit that was cute little flirting on like TV. They go back and like, oh, you a sexual harasser? Not they go back and like, nah, that wasn't cute.
You talking about, is that Matt Lauer from Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2?
Matt Lauer. Not Matt. No, not Mike Lowry.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, that's Mike. But actually, that's his first cousin. Yeah.
Okay.
Matt Lauer and Mike Lowry. But anyway, so Russell, I mean, I'm curious. They say he stepped down from his companies, like from his role. Like, what the hell is Russell Simmons' real day job, and what does it really accomplish? Like for him to step down, I'm thinking about that, like with Harvey Weinstein's and all the rest of these people.
Yeah, well, I mean, fat form, he's still thriving. So I looked. I actually checked. Do you know what Russell Simmons is? I struggle with apostrophe S's at the end of S's. Words that end with S. Anyway, Russell Simmons' net worth is?
No. What is it?
You didn't see?
Nope. Please tell me.
I think the word fillion is getting a little. So let's go take it back to millions. It's $340 million.
Okay.
That's a lot of net worth.
Yeah.
So he, when they say he stepped down from his companies, I don't know what companies he stepped down from, but if he were to step down with $340 million in his pocket, I'm not a dummy. I know he doesn't have that. No, it's net worth. But just for the sake of the conversation, $340 million, he's doing all right.
But I feel that way about everybody, though, Raj. I feel like all of the Harvey Weinsteins and the Matt Lauers and like any and everybody who's really, really famous, who's like Louis C.K., they step away and they're like, some of them probably have to come back. Like a Louis C.K., let it blow over. You're a comedian, you come back. Even Matt Lauer maybe come back on some other lesser network and do the news. But my thing is, like, people like Russell Simmons and Harvey Weinstein who got that dodo, they just walk away. You just retire, right? Don't you just retire at this point and like, people don't like me anymore?
I think you consult. I think that's what you do. You consult. So like, you're still a part of the company. But you step down. So you let someone else do the, be the head of chair. The face, right? And then you just make money. Not as much maybe, but money nonetheless. What I do admire, if you will, I guess it's kind of weird to say, but whatever, for what it's worth, what I do admire about Russell Simmons is that literally he did, but I'm not going to say that, but he took it on the chin. He he was like, look, I was in a different headspace in a different time in my life, and I made some mistakes, and I'd like to said that I apologize and I'm going to step down from my companies. And I'm pretty sure a lot of, people would say that he's only apologizing because he got caught. Be as it may, at least he didn't deny it. At least he didn't say, I didn't do that. I think he admitted to it and then apologized and then, for what it's worth, he stepped down.
I think I'm yes and no, because you do know that was the second allegation, right? I mean, obviously
it was the third. It was the
Oh, it
third
was the third.
allegation.
So the one I heard was the one like a week or two ago. And for the people out here who don't know, we like to give a little bit of context to these stories. So I'm gonna do a little bit of reading, let you know about the two Russell Simmons, the most recent two. With the first one was with Carrie Clausen Kaligi or something. We don't know how to pronounce anything on this podcast. This podcast is brought to you by Phonics. And who was a former model. And basically she claims that Simmons, who would have been 34 at the time, and this happened in 1991, sexually assaulted her when she was 17 in his apartment while director Brett Ratner sat and watched. They took her to dinner one night in 91 at Mr. Chow in New York, and then back to Simmons' apartments to show her a music video they'd been working on. 2 guys, 1 girl. Quickly, Simmons began making aggressive sexual advances, yanking off her clothes, she said. I looked over at Brett and said, help me, and I'll never forget that.
Probably why he's always wearing that Yankees hat.
Right? Stop it. Because he yanks stuff off. So she said she'd never forget the look on his face. In that moment, the realization fell on me that they were in it together. Kaligi said that Simmons, who was about twice her age, tried to force her to have intercourse. I fought it wildly, she said. He eventually relented and coerced her to perform oral sex, she alleged. I guess I just acquiesced. Feeling disgusted, she went to take a shower. Minutes later, she alleges, Simmons pulled up behind her in the shower and briefly penetrated her without her consent. She said she jerked away and then he left. It hurt so much. So that was story 1 that I heard about a week ago. Honestly, I walked away from that story feeling like, I don't know. What are your thoughts, Roger, on that story? It's a wild little story. All of these stories be crazy. Wild.
Yeah, no, and the fact, he had his accomplice, and they looked like they was, taking down the town at one point in time. To me, the key sticking point, pun intended, is briefly penetrated. Mm-hmm. Man, that's hard to do. So like, there's always some little nuances of the story that make me go, okay. What does briefly penetrated mean? But I'm with you. I tell you.
No, you're not with her. You're not with her. Because what you're doing right there is you're picking the part of the story that doesn't really make that much sense. And then you're kind of like, it kind of casts doubt on a lot of the story.
No, it does cast doubt. But so I still believe her. Like, I still believe her because, like I said, Russell Simmons didn't deny it. So I believe her, and I believe it happened.
No, Russell Simmons did deny it. He did deny that one.
No, he denied Tanya Reid.
Oh, no, he was basically, he wasn't that Carrie Clausen when he was basically saying his recollection is not that it took place like that night. He didn't deny that they had intercourse, but he denied that stuff she said happened the way she said it happened. Like the thing that for me on that little story that I just read is that he eventually relented and coerced me to perform oral sex. So basically you're at the house with him watching this movie. Yeah. Like you're at this house with a guy watching a movie. And he's trying to take your clothes off, and you're like, no. That's wrong, right? No is no means wrong. Mm-hmm. But if he stops and says, hey, okay, I'm not going to do that shit anymore. I'm not. Okay, I'm sorry. I've went over the line. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm relenting. But if you come off some of that dough, like, but if you give me some head, though, like, I'm not going to, that would be like, I mean, we would both kind of like it. Like, I think you would like to give me some dough while my homeboy Brett Ratner watches. I think you would like that. Something about, I don't know, something, and I know that power is a motherfucker, and I know that when sometimes people feel scared and do things like Mystical went to jail for those years for raping some head because he made that woman give him oral sex because she stole all that money from him, and that's what he went to jail for. his manager or whomever. So I get, but I think there was a gun involved in that scenario. There's no gun. I don't know, man. It's just that's the part in the story that kind of made it kind of like, I don't know. The story's kind of weird to me. It's weird because he I just don't. I don't know. I don't coercing for a head. I don't know.
I mean, it could, and it maybe
because I feel like that makes every one of us guilty. Maybe that's what it is. Then if not,
maybe she
then
didn't know what the word coerce means.
Raj, if that's the case, then fine. If not, then pretty much 98% of men on Earth are guilty of coercing somebody into some hate.
No, because you know what coercing essentially is in Team Nice Talk?
Piecing them down.
Piecing them up. I piece him up.
I pieced it out for some head. Like, she didn't want to give me some head, and I piece it out. Like, that's. I'm so happy that I didn't even have to, that it was a zero guess involved with. Like, that, I was reading a book earlier, and this was for my actual job on, like, teaching in a culturally responsive way. And it was talking about kids coming up with their own, like, dictionaries of, like, the way they talk at home versus what's the academic language. And that is like the funniest example. Piece them up, coerce. Like, that's the same thing. Like,
synonymous.
Those are synonymous.
Like, if you go to thesaurus.com and there's coerce, you type in the word coerce, piece them up is a complex synonym.
And for those of y'all who aren't from anywhere close to where we're from, we get the term piece them up. You can probably imagine that from the term mouthpiece. Oh, that boy got that mouthpiece. Oh, yeah, he's able to speak in a way that's, that's sly and a very smooth talker. You have a mouthpiece. You got a silver tongue. You got the mouthpiece. So you say piece them up.
A very convincing tongue.
So that was Russ's second one, but I'm gonna read the one that came out today, which also happened in 1991. Jenny Lumet, I think it is. She was a writer, and basically this is her story. I got in a car with you, and she's talking about Russ. The driver began to drive. I assumed you knew where I lived because you had sent 250 balloons, but I gave the driver my address on 19th Street and 2nd Ave. You said to the driver, no. I didn't understand, so I said, Russell, ? I said again to the driver, 19th Street. Again, you said no. Then the car doors locked. It was loud. The noise made me jump. From there, Lumet described the dread she experienced in the minutes leading up to being dropped off at Simmons' apartment, alone with Simmons himself. Once in the apartment, Lumet explains the moment Simmons allegedly forced himself on her in the elevator after she told him wait. He didn't respond to her apparent call to stop his advances, and eventually she went into the apartment with Simmons, where she felt she was required to perform sexual acts to ensure her safety. That was her story. That's the one where he stepped down from. Something about that story just seems a lot scarier to me. Like, it seems like, damn, Russell Simmons, that don't sound like no shit I would do. Like, and I don't want to put myself out there as far as my past and other stuff that me and my friends might have did in the past. But sometimes you look at some of these stories of these harassment or these assault allegations. You're like, man, if you squint your eyes, it might look like some stuff that guys might have did in the past who just weren't that famous. And, we just thought it was trying to make something happen. That story, that sounded fucking creepy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He had a plan. I think whenever there's like conspiracy involved, instead of like spontaneity, that's when it becomes weird. Like whenever you're thinking, you have time to think about the plan. What I'm gonna do? All right, I'm gonna get in a car. She's gonna tell me to bring her to her house or whatever. She's gonna tell me to bring her somewhere, expecting to go somewhere else, but I'm gonna actually just drive her to my house. And there's no such thing as Uber yet, so she's fucked. So I'm gonna go up to I'm gonna bring up to the apartment, and what's she gonna do? Who's she gonna call?
It's 91. She ain't even got no cell phone.
Yeah, she don't have no cell phone. So you just drop off. Oh, you gonna go walk down the road to the 7-Eleven and get on the payphone? Like, what you gonna do? Oh, you wanna call somebody? Come up to the spot. I got a phone up there.
And
Like,
then he just,
yeah, 91 in 91 that could be a very, very scary scenario. Now you could just be like, "Hey, come get me."
like while you're in the car, like, hey,
Yeah.
look, Russell is tripping. Russell is tripping in this car. He won't drop me. Chill out. Hang up the phone. I'm gonna drop you. And that's what it would be,
That's
right?
it. Yeah, I'm gonna get on Facebook Live right quick. Hey, Russell's trying to rape me. Here's Russell Simmons right here. He's trying to rape me. And then that's a wrap. You going home. He gonna send you home.
Yeah. Oh no, I wasn't trying. Girl, you silly, girl. Yeah. 19th Street. Take us to 19th Street. We was going to 19th Street. Ask the driver. Yeah, yes, sir, Mr. Simmons. We was going to 19th Street.
19th Street, yeah. That's what exactly. I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, cuz. Yeah, something about that story just is worse. And both of those stories took place in 91. So he's 34 at the time. I just got finished being 34. So, like, you know, I understand the mind of a 34-year-old. But I was just kind of thinking about what things happened in 1991 that could have had Russell in a headspace where he felt like he was able to just coerce his way and in some cases plan and make situations happen where he could end up in these scenarios. And these are some of the top things that happened in 91, and you just tell me which one might have had something to do with Russell's way of thinking. Might it have been that Rodney King was beat on March 3rd? Was this some kind of a retribution? You know,
retaliation,
you know, because these, you know, white women, possibly.
Yeah, no, not that one.
Mike Tyson got arrested for raping Desiree Washington. Maybe, you know, it was like,
influence. Could have been
you know,
idol.
We don't like women. Jeffrey Dahmer was arrested in Wisconsin for eating a bunch of boys.
There's a lot of evil so far. There's a lot of evil in the world in 91.
Clarence Thomas got popped for sexual harassment with Anita Hill. But, interestingly enough,
until you said that, I always thought it was Anita Baker.
Interestingly enough, he still got on the Supreme Court, right? So, at the end of the day, sexual harassment, it doesn't really fucking matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter now, it didn't matter then. You can grab them by the pussy, you can have sex with 15-year-olds, you could be Roy Moore, you could be Donald Trump. Like, you could be Clarence Thomas, you could be Bill Clinton. It doesn't really matter in politics. But it seems to matter more with celebrity than with politicians. Like, we let our politicians get away with that shit, but we don't necessarily let our celebrities get away with it. We don't want them on our TV. Two other things that happened that year. No, I'm sorry, I lied. I only got one more. Magic Johnson announced that he had that gangster. So, those were the things that happened in 91. Do any of those look like what had Russell feeling a kind of way?
I think it was a big culmination of just evil.
Evil in 91.
It's just 91 was just an evil year. So that's what happened.
You know, if you take 91 and split it, it would be 19 and 91. And if you switch the other 9-1, it would be 19 and 19. And you know what Russell Simmons didn't do? Stop on 19th Street. He took that woman to his house and he gaffled her and he made her feel like it was necessary.
That's pretty clever of you. That's pretty clever. You know, if you take 19 and 1991 and you split it, also you split it again.
Yeah.
And then you eliminate one of the 9s and take the 1 and put it on the back of the other 91 and you get where she couldn't call.
911. She couldn't call 911. Oh no, she couldn't call 911. Yeah, this is because it was 1991, and she didn't have a phone to do so. Yeah, I agree.
I'm sure something like that happened in 1911 too.
I'm pretty sure it did, man. I'm pretty sure it happened when she was 19 too. The another question. What is Russ's lasting gift to the culture? If you could pick one thing that Russ left the culture, what would it be? You got buku options. I know what mine.
The Rush card.
You going with the Rush card?
The Rush card.
Is the Rush card still a thing?
The Rush card's a thing. A lot of people get their direct deposit on their Rush card.
I would assume that if I watched BET, I'd know that. They probably still have commercials on BET. Like,
Well, I don't know that because I watch BET. My TV never goes to BET, but I know that because I work with people that have direct deposit and they don't have a bank account, so they have a rush card.
and are these black people?
No, I'm not gonna put my people out like that. It's all kinds of people.
No, I'm serious.
It's people that are in a rush.
No, I was really asking that. The more, I guess, really what I was asking was,
yeah, it's more black people.
Do
of
people?
Course.
No. Do people who aren't black get a rush card?
Maybe.
I've never seen one.
I feel like it would be off of a recommendation though from a black person. Hey, get this card.
Okay.
Don't get that one. Get this one because.
I mean, we could argue that that about a rush card or it being Fat Farm, being his biggest contribution or Baby Fat, like by association. But and I'm not gonna even say it's Def Jam. I would say Russ's lasting gift to the culture was Crush Groove, which was like my absolute favorite movie growing up as a kid, which was the movie about the beginnings of Def Jam. But what I thought was so clever and funny about the movie, Rick Rubin was in the movie playing Rick Rubin. Run DMC were in the movie playing Run DMC. LL Cool J was in the movie being LL Cool J. Curtis Blow, Sheila E., the Fat Boys, and I'm saying all of these right off the top of my head because I remember this movie vividly. All You Can Eat. This was a classic movie for me as a kid. All of these people were in there, and it was like the birth of Def Jam, the movie. The one person I left out was Russell Simmons because he wasn't in the fucking movie. He let Blair Underwood play him. That he got like the little young, hot, sexy black actor of the time to play him in the movie, and everybody else played themselves.
Well, maybe he can't act.
It's not that he can't act. He's vain, and he's Russell Simmons, and he out here taking
rich.
it. Look, we gonna have a movie, the Team Nice movie, and I'm letting all y'all boys play y'all, and Idris Elba playing me off top. That's how we rocking.
Who would play you? That's who's gonna play you, Idris Elba?
No, I mean, I'm just saying. I threw a person out there. I mean, I don't know.
Definitely, if we do throw the Team Nice movie,
you want Nick Cannon to be you?
No, absolutely not. Michael J. White. Michael J.
White. No,
yeah.
you would. I feel like you could. Michael B. Jordan could play you.
I want Michael J. White.
You want a big swole cat? You want a big swole cat playing you?
And he do karate and shit. Yeah, that's who I want.
That's what you want.
Spawn.
You want Spawn to play you?
Spawn
I'm okay with the last.
Bone.
I'm okay with the last gunslinger, Stringer Bell playing me. I can have Idris Elba playing me. He's got to grow him a beard, and then he could play me. But I'm sure in Hollywood you can grow a beard in like a weekend.
I'm going Michael J. White. Michael J. White. Michael B. Jordan's a good one too, but Michael J. White's my number one.
But I feel like I just feel like Idris Elba gonna outact him. So like my little role gonna be live in the movie. You might have your shirt off more times in the movie. That's all I'm saying.
They better not have a fight scene between me. It better not be your birthday in the movie.
If it's a fight scene, I'm getting that ass whooped.
Oh, Michael J. White. Don't matter if it's built into the script for you to win. I'ma still win because I'm Michael J. White.
Well, there you go, man. Then I guess so. So who gonna play Blue? Wesley Snipes? Then he can help me fight. I just picked the blackest person. This podcast brought to you by Blue. Blue could be Wesley Snipes. There you go.
Tim would be Keenan from Keenan and Kel. Lawrence would be Terry Crews.
No, Lawrence would not be Terry Crews.
He'd be Terry Crews. And
Lawrence would be Kevin Hart. Lawrence would be Kevin Hart, though. He'd have to be.
No. Terry Crews. And then Jay Harris. Jay Harris would be
He'd be The Rock because he's funding the movie. So
he'd be The Rock.
He'd be The Rock. Since we're just doing whatever the fuck we want to do with our movie, like Russell Simmons. What's our name? Which one? Who, Los? Who Los gonna be?
No, I forgot his name. I forgot the guy's name.
Los could be in the movie too, man. We'll think about that and hit him up in a second. But You had a couple more things. I mean, we're not pushing up against it, but I want to stop talking about Russ for a second. Let's you talked a little bit about. You actually sent me something. You was like, I want to talk about hashtag Black Grammys. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. You talk about it, and then maybe I'm gonna be able to chime in. But I had no clue because when I googled Black Grammys, I found out that that's an actual event that takes place like in March of every year, and it was like the 3rd annual this year. What the fuck is Black Grammys?
Give me a second here. I want to read it to you. I wish you wouldn't have just sparked it on me so quickly. You know what I'm saying?
I was pulling a Russ. The thing is, like, I thought that when you said Black Grammys, that no, so you are talking about the thing that
I'm talking about nope. I'm talking about the Grammys.
But you put Black Grammys.
Hold on, give me a second here. I'm coming with. I got my article. I want to read. You know how you always reading articles and shit?
No, I just be reading. I'll be off the top of my head, me personally.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. And the other thing, when I Googled Black Grammys, it was like a song with like Ray Shrumman or like somebody, I don't know, or Kanye. Somebody had a song called Black Grammys. Like, or maybe it was Meek Mills or Wale. God damn, I just named like the whole hip hop community. But somebody had a song called Black Grammys, and that came up as well. So I wasn't sure what the hell you was referring to. So hopefully you get me straight.
Apparently my article got deleted. But here's the thing: for album of the year, it was either for album of the year or for best artist, whatever. It's all black people. It's not all black people. There's no white people. So, the best quote of 2017 comes from No ID, which is Jay-Z's producer. Mm-hmm. And this is what he said. He said, what they call urban culture is now pop culture. Sometimes the weather changes, the seasons change. We're just in a season where the world loves this culture of music. Now everybody's doing it. And some people just have been doing it longer. And so they're just better. Childish Gambino is a master. Kendrick Lamar is a master. Those are not just black people. Those guys are great. So what I meant by hashtag Black Grammys and what I wanted to talk about was the fact that pop culture right now, of course we know it, and it's been like that for a while in my eyes, but it has never been so much. Pop culture is black culture. Black culture is pop culture right now. That's what it is. You can even hear essences of it in country music nowadays. Like country music isn't all about my dog died, my girl left me anymore. It's, I'm turning up. I'm doing crazy stuff, like whatever it is, whatever's going on in the black world at the time. I'm dunking on people. So that's what I meant by black. I'm shooting dice on the block. I thought you would have caught wind of it.
So the only thing I had heard was that what's his name? See, I obviously have no notes on this part, but Q-Tip was mad that their last album wasn't nominated for a Grammy. And I read a little article about that, and I had some people online who were saying that we should stop looking to other cultures for affirmation for what we do. Like, we should look at ourselves and say, hey, our work was great. The black community rocks with it. So why would you even care that we're not represented in the Grammys? So when you said that hashtag Black Grammys, I was thinking in my head that it was some sort of like we were being passed over on the Grammys, not the opposite of it. So that's news to me.
No. Because it's always been that we've been passed over. Last year, Adele won with, like, to me, what was a lackluster album. I don't know much about it, but I know I woke up out of a. I'm
gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best album ever.
Yeah, I woke up out of a nap and I started. Beyonce had like an HBO video special on every single song off Lemonade, and it's Beyonce. But apparently Adele is Adele, so Adele won.
Yeah.
And so it was like a travesty, like it's widely known as a travesty that Adele won over Beyonce last year. So like this year, it's almost like they tried to fix things. It's almost like, okay.
It's almost like they pulled a Moonlight.
Right. Yeah. Like we're gonna give it to, we're not gonna even put nobody white in there.
Yeah. So y'all can't even. But they might give it to the person. You saying that it's not just black people though, right? Like, who is Bruno Mars in it or something?
Bruno Mars is in it for his album. Jay-Z, of course, is in it.
Why is Ed Sheeran not in it? Ed Sheeran's the truth.
Because that man white, they can't give it to that man. That would be 2016 all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
They can't even give it a chance. You throw Ed Sheeran in there, it's a wrap.
No.
It's a wrap. That's who's gonna win.
Because they would. Yeah, you're right.
Don't let Britney Spears drop an album. Britney Spears drops an album, it's a wrap.
Ed Sheeran. I like Ed Sheeran. I like his album. I'm a fan. Y'all black people.
So look, and I want to give it to you. I want to give you the record of the year nominees. It's Childish Gambino.
What that album with the toilet thing around his head? Around the chick head? Oh, okay. That's crazy. Awaken My Love, that album?
Yep. I'm sorry, album of the year. Childish Gambino, Awaken My Love. And that's only because it's Childish Gambino in my opinion.
Because
that album sucked.
Agreed.
I like Atlanta.
Even though he was my number one person of 2016. I can't wait to do the 2017 edition. That's coming in 4 weeks.
Right. 444 Jay-Z. Damn, Kendrick Lamar. Apparently Lord. I don't know who that is, but it's not a white American.
Lord is she's not a white American, but that's we can never be royals. Mm-hmm. But that's a white chick.
Okay, so if she wins, then hashtag Black Grammys, white Grammys, and then Bruno Mars with 24K Magic.
Well, yeah, Bruno Mars should win.
I think so too.
Let's just be honest.
But
we're being honest with
there's
ourselves.
The thing is now I remember it right. There was no white Americans.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't even think Ed Sheeran's white American though. If you think, I think isn't he from like Ireland or something?
Maybe it was no male white Americans. I don't know what it was, but it was something that was like monumental, like the first time in history, and that's why No ID said what he said about. Oh, look, we have all of this. Black
we are the culture,
pop culture, and we're the.
And
culture
you just heard the song I was singing from Lord though. That's like very hip hop inspired. We can never be royals. That shit was like that was hip hop-ish. You know what I mean?
You know what? You know what song is up for song of the year?
What?
Metasinas. I'm sorry. Despacito is actually the name of the song.
This podcast is brought to you by Nesto DP, man. Hey, man, keep rocking. If you ain't rocking, you ain't popping, man. I love it. That caught me from left field. All right. Couple more things before we get out of here because we pushing up on it. NFL, man, y'all trying to right y'all wrongs. $100 billion proposal. No, not billion. Just $1 million. In an unprecedented move for a major professional sports league. The NFL has proposed partnering with its players to effect social justice change. Though not all players are in agreement with the proposal. The league on Monday submitted to players the final draft of a proposal that would contribute nearly $100 million to fund causes considered critically important to African American communities. The NFL hopes this effort will effectively end the peaceful yet controversial movement that former San Francisco quarterback turned Muhammad Ali, Colin Kaepernick, started when he refused to stand for the national anthem last season. So they're trying to $100 million. So everybody's in agreement, right?
No.
Nah. Eric Reed, Michael Thomas, say no. And not the Michael Thomas who plays for the Saints. Not can't guard Mike. Can't guard nobody Mike for the Dolphins. Malcolm continues to, and they said this, Malcolm continues to have these conversations on his own with the NFL. He's talking about Malcolm Jenkins. And the Players Coalition is his organization. When we agreed to be a part of the Players Coalition, we were under the impression that it would be an organization. We were under the impression that we would have equal say in that organization. But we've come to find out that it's actually Malcolm and Anquan Bolden's organization. Nobody else really has a stake in this organization. Malcolm Jenkins actually wants us to, he calls it invest. I call it donate to the company to pay salaries for his staff. But again, we would have no equity in the organization.
You know, that's
some
the problem
strong
with
words, boy.
That's the problem with charity. You know, it's charitable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds good, she got to pay the charity's employees. So part of that money is to pay the people that
of
work
course,
for the
all
charity,
nonprofits.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So I get his point, but what do you want? I mean, it's at least a step in the right direction.
So you're kind of siding with Malcolm Jenkins and Anquan Bolden here.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, it's something. The Players Coalition came up with something.
And Eric Reed and Michael Thomas, and there was another player, I can't remember, he plays for the Chargers, but they say no. Eric Reed also said it's apparent that the NFL is trying to buy into the protest, though. So if you really look at it in that lens, that's kind of icky, though, man. Like,
I don't think so.
Is it $100 million hush money? Like, okay, I need y'all to like
essentially, but not really. That's not the way I would look at it.
Okay,
I would look at it as hush money.
So
I would look at it as my organization. So I'm kneeling. Cool. I understand. But one, like we said, there has to be an end game. We don't just kneel for nothing. We're kneeling for a cause. You know, I haven't really been super duper up on the news, like reading about it every single day. But I know that the police brutality has to have decreased since the NFL players have been doing this.
Like this podcast is brought to you by Officer Friendly. Like he said, if somebody got shot, we would have knew about it.
Right, that's what I think. It would be it'd be newsfront. So you brought awareness to it. Not only that, you got your organization to donate, if you will, $100 million. Oh man, what are we looking for? There's a story. There's a parable, actually. I don't know if it's a parable, but there's a story about this guy that was stuck on the roof. You heard that one before, right? The guy stuck on the roof.
Tell it.
He asked, the guy stuck on the roof. There's a major flood going around the house. The flood waters reached the bottom of the roof. And the guy prays to God and he says, "Hey God, please help me here." Guy with a boat comes by and says, "Hey man, I'm coming, like, get on the boat. I'm gonna save you." And he said, "No, God is gonna save me." Waters get to the tip of the roof. He prays to God, "Hey God, can you please come help me?" And helicopter passes by. The guy says, "Hey man, look, get on the helicopter. We come to save you." "No man, God gonna save me." He drowns. Gets up to heaven and he says, "God, I prayed for you to help me. What happened?" He said, "I sent you a boat and a helicopter. What more do you want?" You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. It's like, okay, cool. So we got awareness. We got a decrease in police brutality. And we got $100 million. What more do you want?
So I think what Eric Reed is kind of saying on principle is you can't buy change. And I get the whole...
But we've already sparked change.
I understand that. But I guess his point is just that he kind of feels like they're conflating that whole, I give you $100 million, now you stand your ass up and you don't embarrass me. Do you feel like those two things should go hand in hand?
And I understand how you can, and everyone say Eric Reed because I don't want to put words in your mouth. I understand how Eric Reed can understand that, like how he can deduce that. But I mean, like, okay, so at what point is it not gonna be some sort of issue for you? Like, at what point? So what would the NFL do? Like, would the NFL hire just black policemen? Like, I don't know. What couldn't the NFL do? They have a lot of money. They're about to pay Roger Goodell $50 million a year. Money talks.
So that's kind of, and I think that might be part of it too. Raj, I think that's a part of it too. I think the NFL makes billions of dollars. And if they have I think that $100 million deal that they're talking about is proposed over like 10 years. So I think they're kind of breaking, how many years?
7.
So $14 million a year. $500,000 per team. If I'm breaking it down, just like $14 million a year, 32 teams, that's less than $500,000 per owner or per team. So each team gives 400 and something. So basically, for social justice, you're giving the amount of money for a practice squad player and a long snapper. I mean, I think maybe they might have something to do with why they don't feel like that's a good idea. Like why they feel like y'all let them lowball y'all, and now we like supposed to celebrate the victory. And I think that might have something to do with it. I think they feel like, and I might be wrong about this, but I think the Michael Thomases and the Eric Reeds of the world kind of think that no, there could have been a better deal there that felt genuine. Because if the only thing that matters to these owners a lot of the time is the bottom line and money, then you go on for the money.
I like how you demeaned $500,000 a year. So mean that. So if you take, I know in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of money, right? Cool.
But we're talking about the revenue from an NFL franchise.
If I have a charitable organization, but it don't all have to go to the Players Coalition. Like, I mean, there's other things to pay for.
Enough.
You got
Fair
stadiums
enough.
To pay for and whatnot. You know what I mean? There's things like
childhood,
all of our money to the coalition.
Domestic violence, childhood obesity. I know there's a bunch of things that you could be spending money.
Play 60.
Right.
So I'm giving $500,000 a year per team, mind you.
Like
you said $500,000. This is per team.
46.
Per whatever it is, but it's per team. Per year, there's 30 teams. That if I start a charity right now and I can get 30 organizations to give me $446,000 a year for and commit to it for 7 years, I feel like I'm doing all right. I feel like that might be enough. I don't know what's enough to Eric Reed and the like, but I feel like to me, what's enough?
Okay, so maybe it ain't enough. I'm just throwing out. I'm popcorning. Maybe it's just the fact that I don't fuck with Malcolm Jenkins like that. Maybe Malcolm Jenkins then stepped like me and Colin Kaepernick started this protest, kneeling and putting our careers on the line for it. And now they find this little nigga who they think is like, oh, he's more articulate or he's a better face. Malcolm Jenkins will give you the money in your players coalition, as opposed to the people who was actually. So it might be some personal vendetta there.
Maybe so. Then he has no quarrel.
How's that no quarrel though?
No meat. Because if there's a personal vendetta, and if you just like, you may not have meant to use the word personal, just like home.
No, I did. I absolutely meant to use the word personal.
If there's a personal vendetta, then you need to chill. It's personal. Chill. Okay,
so I'm fighting for this cause, and then some other dude who's kind of like lightweight fighting for the cause comes along, and then they're like, okay, I'm going to make that guy the face now, and we're going to give this guy all of the money and let him decide what to do with it. So I'm going to be like, dog, I'm the one who knows what's going on here. I'm on the streets all the time happening. Why am I not involved in that conversation? I'm breaking with their little whatever, and man, y'all do what y'all need to do, man, but y'all don't want, because he's talking as though he's not even in the organization. Like the quote said, nobody else really has stake in the organization. Malcolm actually wants us, as he calls it, to donate. Like he wants them to give them, like the players to give money as well, but they have no equity in the organization. They said they have no equal say, is what he keeps saying.
So essentially, where we at now
is black on black.
We're in a place now. We're fighting each other now.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. I'm just giving you what I see and what I hear.
I get it. If that's what it is, if that's what he truly believes, if that's what he wants to fight for now, then cool, fight for it. But, when is it enough?
I mean, the Black Panthers was fussing with the Southern Leadership Conference, or SNCC, or one of them. I remember it was like Eldridge Cleaver and all. I mean, I remember this. This happens, man. People be on the same side of the movement, but they have small differences between them, and it becomes large rifts on the same side of the movement. So. Maybe the NFL players need to get their shit together with that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's an absolute truth. If that's what it is, if it is what it is right now, what we talking about, then they definitely need to get their shit together. That's complete. That's the truth.
It feels fucking great to be back, man. I'm happy that we were able to get back on the mic this week. We're gonna bring y'all that stuff next week. Before we get out of here, let me get some Nothin NICE to say going. Cue that music up.
They say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo nice.
Look, when I was in Louisiana last week for homecoming, we turned the fuck up. That's what we do, man. I was with the Harry, you know what I mean? The Wolf Pack was mostly represented. And about 5 years ago, we made a conscious decision, us, Team Nice, to not go to clubs anymore unless we were in a section. Unless I'm motherfucking VIP, I don't want to patronize your nightclub establishment. So with that being said, we was section out the whole time we was in the NO. For anyone out there listening, I always advocate that section life. Buy you an overpriced bottle, sit down, and kick back in the club. Do all that shit. If sections is done right, they're the most mutually beneficial purchase for club promoters and niggas who like to stunt like me and my big rich nigga friends. What I hate is when we drop that loot for our own little piece of America for the night and we don't get the VIP treatment. Some clubs and some cities just do it better than others. Shout out Houston. Shout out DC. Nah, not New Orleans, not so much. If I gotta wait in the line for over 30 seconds, then that's 30 seconds too long. If I can't bring extra people in my section, then I can't really call that shit my section, can I? If I gotta flag a bottle girl down for more ice, cups, champagne flutes, or cranberry, then I'm working too hard. If I can't stand on the motherfucking couch, fuck your establishment and fuck your couch, nigga. And fuck your $120 gratuity for a bottle while we at it. I know. We paying for the experience. But why do these rules not apply to chicks? Ever thought about that? When was the last time you seen a group of females in a section and they said, "Hey, little daddy, you cute. Come have a drink with us"? I'll tell you when. Never. I know. I've been invited to chick sections in the club before, but it kind of feels like an unwritten rule that me and my homeboys should be buying a bottle for the section. Matter of fact, I think I really just hate the social paradigm of hoes getting everything for free and men having to go in the pocket for everything. If I gotta pay everything to keep my man card, the least I should be able to do is sexually harass you and tell dirty jokes at the workplace. Maybe lock the doors on the limo and force you to come up too soon. Shit. I guess if I don't have nothing nice to say, I shouldn't have to say nothing at all. All right, man. So that's all I had to say about that. Raj, you got anything to say before we best friend certify some work for the week?
Yeah, the guest speaker that we had for Nothin Nice to Say don't reflect the views of the Best Friend Weekend podcast. That was just something we found on Google Images.
Not at all?
You know.
So, people have been talking about that gas pedal, the Best Friend Weekend gas pedal certification program. It's not just always music. Sometimes it's going to be cool things like fashion. Sometimes it's going to be websites. Sometimes it's going to be whatever. Like whatever we Best Friend Weekend certifying. If you listen to the podcast, you rock with us. You listen to this stuff because we giving you that real. We might actually come out with a mixtape with all our favorite songs though. But this week we got since we were back home, we had to do it for Louisiana one time. We're doing it for the great state. We're doing the D.Bill's Purple Planet. Raj, what you think about Purple Planet?
Purple Planet. It's my people, man. PPE. I just ordered me an embroidered hoodie, man. With the initials. Going. Back to Cali. That's not how the song. You see?
That's not how the song goes?
You're doing the Metasinas thing right now.
Is that how the song goes?
No.
I'm going
back
to
Cali.
Rising.
I know that one. California,
I'm going back to Cali. Rising, surprising, she realizing, she sizing me up. Her bikini, small, heels, tall. She said she like the ocean. It's not that LL Cool J?
I only got one thing left to say. EA Sports is in the game.
I really do like that song, cause that's what put me on that D.Bill's, that EA Sports. And hit you with that thing. EA Sports. I like that. Hey, I like that one. I like that one a lot. I remember I told you this story about D.Bill's one time. The only reason I know who that dude is because he was the best Wildcat running back I ever seen in high school. I seen that boy play a game in New Orleans one time in the playoffs. Took about 41 direct snaps. Quarterback lead every play of the game. And I think they might have won. Like, yeah. Hey, so we're gonna let D.Bills and the Purple Planet family lead us out for this podcast, man. Y'all check that out, man. It's on SoundCloud and everywhere, man. Get back with us next week. We back. Best Friend Weekend, baby.
I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. California, 98. Nigga shot me in my back. That's the game they play, but I'm going back. I'm going back. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to the West Coast. When I get up on the bay, that's that best smoke. California, yeah. Nigga shot me in my back. That's the game they play. Man, I just had a flashback. While blowing on that gas pack. 5 shots in the back, man, I took that. My girl held a nigga down till I shook back. Yeah, I cooked back. Pounds in the book sack. My Rolex on my wrist, thought they took that. Diamonds on my neck, I make your bitch look back. Her booty real big, I might have to double back. And I know who shot me, I ain't telling that. I'ma let you know when I push his melon back. What a Chevrolet. The realest nigga of the year with my medal at. Who got the peas on the west bar pedal at? Next time I pull up, I'ma head again. I'm a little paranoid from the shots in my back. Yeah, I got the sack, and I'm shopping for the pack. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. California, yeah. Nigga shot me in my back. That's the game they play, but I'm going back. I'm going back to Cali.
You was
Why does
nice.
that always tickle you?
Because it's just funny, though. Can I not be tickled by small things? Small things amuse me.
That's good.
A big freak
to know.
told me that one night. right
So
before
you can
she,
still, it's like entertainment, you know? If you got that small meat, you can still entertain her in some kind of way, you know?
she was like, small things amuse me. And I said, oh, damn. That's how you coming? I feel unfortunate that I'm in this scenario.
You know that the bigger that ass is, the smaller that meat is, gun. That's all it is. Yeah, they got some girls that you gotta have their lemon. You know what I'm saying?
Did I tell
You
you?
got that big-
Did I tell you about that lemon? I don't think I actually said this out loud to you recently, but shit, this might be in the end bloopers. we was at homecoming, and this girl was talking to us, and you do know lemon is based on a true story. That's maybe not that.
You told me that. Yeah. There's a gentleman named Lemon or something.
There's
like
a person named Lemon, right? And so the girl was like trying to remember how she knew us from college, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I know you." And she was like, "I know you from social media, but I don't really remember you from college." She was like, "We must know each other from Lemon because she used to talk to Lemon." And one of my homeboys yells out, "What she said about that Lemon? that big dick? That big dick?" I was mortified, homie. I was like it was hilarious, but at the same time, I was like, "What are you talking about? Stop it!" No
So
fucking
that's
podcast.
not even that man's name no more.
No,
Like
not at
it's
all.
become like
Yeah.
I got a cousin named Plank. You know what I'm saying? That's his nickname. So like when planking was out, you know, hey, I'm about to go do a plank or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't. That's not him anymore.
It's planking.
Lemon is no longer. He needs to change his name to something because Lemon
Just-
officially means that wood game.
He needs to go by something different than Lemon. You are correct about all of that.